I
There's
agree.
somebody, oh, Lorna, I made that bag. Says, hi, I just got my shoes
Hey.
today. I'm so excited.
Oh,
Yes,
cool.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you. That's amazing that you're shipping it. And where have you been? Somebody asks, where have you been able to find leather lining? Is your material recycled leather? So let's talk a little bit about sustainability and like your model that you do, your business and your use of leather, which is,
Yeah.
I don't know if you call it salvaged, but
Um, we'll call it,
it's a big topic. But
yeah, let's be transparent about that. So the lining of the leather is not salvaged. So I need to be like totally transparent about that. It would be hard to make it consistent and also the good quality. And a lot of, we use pigskin lining. Now that dries up very easily. So if you're getting that in dead stock, it's going to be dry and crispy and it's going to break off in the shoe. So that is not
yeah,
salvaged. I'll be totally transparent there. Um, Now, I have gone to leather warehouses, like there's a couple in LA, or I have contacts of other manufacturers like handbags and so forth that have remnant leather. So I'm able to get things from them. But I would say my line is step towards sustainability. I wouldn't say it's a sustainable line because I actually have too much respect for that word to say that my shoes are sustainable. Now, sustainable in my opinion would mean that not only is the shoe made with some sort of nod to recycled or diverted materials, but it would also have a second life and be able to break down and break down, you know, in the environment in a
hmm
healthy way, or it would have a second use altogether where it could kind of morph into something else,
yeah,
you know. So I
right.
guess, you know, a real example of maybe a sustainable
I
leather is, yeah, go ahead.
can I jump in? I feel
Yes, jump
like
in.
in your case, the sustainability comes from the smaller scale. It's not
Yeah,
overproduced. You
right.
have this much amount of leather. This is how many shoes you can make from it. You're not making more or producing more leather just to make this shoe. Um, and that I think itself, the model itself is it's not sustainable, say, but it's more eco-conscious, I think, and consumer conscious.
Yes, no, definitely. I mean, I don't use the word sustainable in any of my marketing. Sometimes when maybe a store talks about business like food, sometimes they say that I feel like I have to correct them because it's
It's a little hard to hear you. Is it just me? Oop,
I'm not
hello?
wearing a
Oh, yeah.
speaker.
Hi. Oh, that's
Okay,
perfect. That's perfect. Yeah.
okay. Um, so, but I am diverting leather, let's say that is in dead stock or that is really not usable anymore. Maybe it was
hmm
from handbags, which the cuttings were bigger,
hmm
and and it's really too small pieces to use on something like that. But on a shoe, because I also have the back pattern and the front pattern, it can be done. So yeah, and then there is a consciousness of like cutting as many pairs as we can. We try and do things like match up the scale, if you can see there.
Yep.
Um, and we try and do some of those, but then sometimes you know, we don't. You know, it's like whatever you can use to get the most mileage out of the leather.
Yep.
So
Yep.
but I am introducing something that would fall in the category of steps towards sustainability. In June, I'm going to be offering replacement footbeds. So therefore,
Oh,
you can
nice.
prolong the life of the shoes you already own by
Yep.
giving it like a fresh restart, essentially.
Yes.
And then, you know, because I know that the insides of the shoes, since most people wear them barefoot, kind of get a little like worn out and gross. And, you know, so I'm mindful of that. So that's like something I want to offer as like kind of like
A service.
a service.
Separate
Yeah.
service.
Yeah.
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 Oh, that's great. That is so great. Can you tell me where you get your inspirations from? I saw you could
Um,
do storyboarding, mood boarding.
yeah. Yeah. I do a lot of that. And I mean, you know, it's funny because now on that we have so much time in our hands to watch like things on TV. I find myself like looking at like old movies for inspiration. I mean, believe it or not, I watched what was that Charles Bronson movie?
I'm like the worst with movie names pop
It's like
culture.
uh, anyway, these old like Dress to Kill by Brian De Palma. Let's just say that that has some great
Hmm.
fashion in it. And then I also watched this one recently called The Love Witch, which is a new movie, but it's kind of like uh, a version of a 60s um, psychedelic film, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
guess there's a lot of that. And I live in California now, so I guess like psychedelic is in. So you know, kind of looking at a lot of those things now, and that's been good. And I guess you know, there's so much ideas about crystals and those things, and I look at like that and the colors that come out from that you know, that
Yeah.
area of wellness, and I see a lot of that there too. So that's kind of exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.